Hello everyone, welcome back to this channel again. And today in this video, I want to share what I have read and what I have been reading in this season, this summer, and also the movie that I have watched recently. And I want to give my opinion towards uh, about books and movies because those are things that I like. So let's start with the books. Just a little bit for the background story. I didn't read physical book. In fact, I hate physical book because it's expensive, and even the thrifted ones are like still expensive in like in range of like what I really like. But the books that I really like, or the genre, or the yeah the books that I really like mostly like really expensive, like so that's why I use like pirated version to download, and I can give you guys some of the good resources for you guys to search for pirated books. I don't think it's appropriate to say this on YouTube. I don't know if this video is gonna it's gonna disappear soon, but like um yeah, I don't like buying physical books because they are expensive and I'm too broke. I don't have job to afford books, but I do appreciate. I really enjoy reading in physical books actually. But now since I am used to like reading a digital book in computer, phone, or Kindle, I have Kindle. I enjoy it as much as I enjoy reading physical book. And um I think that's it. Yeah, I and then I want to recommend you to use Caliber. This is the software that I am using for um transferring from one device to another device, you know. It's really convenient. Caliber, just download Caliber and download the books from the link in the description. So let's start with the first book. As you can you see it? I mean, like, yeah, you can see it. Um, let's start with this book. This book is, I don't know how to say it, but I was like really into philosophy. And yeah, I read philosophy books, and I read like Camus. I read like existential philosophy, basically. Only in that area, I was stuck in that area, and my curiosity didn't really improve. I was like just lingering on that genre. But and then I want to like get into more um like I want to like dig more, but start with the basic first. And then I found this idea of phenomenology from I I forget the name of the author. Like, oh, that's Hegel, and the other one I forget Derrida, I guess, and then the other one I forget. Yeah, and then I picked up this book, more Introduction to Phenomenology, Moran Dermot, Dermot Moran. Sorry. The reason why I'm interested in phenomenology because of the idea that you can like understand everything that's going on, even the the smallest things in this world, like the feeling. I'm more interested in the feeling, like observing what human can possibly feel. It roots from that. My interest roots from that. That's basically it. and I didn't finish this book. Like it was like still in 16 or 20%. Uh, I couldn't understand that much, and I could understand most of it, but like to in order to understand that, I have to like really engage with the book. I have to be like active reader, and it takes a lot of effort, and I don't think I can finish this book. And uh, in the middle of reading it, I had experienced like lost interest. That's it. That's basically it. Like I think most of readers experience this where they're just losing their interest in the middle of reading. That's what I was experiencing. I think I'm going to go back into this book because I really find it like I genuinely like the idea of phenomenology, and I want to learn more about it. Okay, I think that's about it. The next one, oh shit. This is like bug, I think. I don't know. Yeah, the next book is Metamorphosis. I finished this book in July. In July, and I find I don't know. It's hard. This book is hard. It's a hard book. I actually can like going through the story quite easily in terms of like the vocabulary. Like this book doesn't like really use like very hard concept of like narrative. Like there's like hard book, for example, like um where is it, like wait, White Knights, or The Silent Cry and The Melancholy of Resistance. I think this book I think these books use like hard narrative. I mean the type of narrative story that I can still grasp, and it takes like comprehensive like skill, like high comprehensive skill, something like that. But Metamorphosis is really understandable. But like the in terms of the yeah, it's understandable, but that's the feeling of understandable questions a lot of question. You know what I mean? Like it makes a lot of question, because of the I can understand it, but like it makes me confused. That's why this is hard book. What makes me confused is like, so the Gregor Samsa turn into some insect type of monster, something like that, and then there's a lot of turbulence going on with the family and the chief of like people from the work where people from the work where Gregor Samsa work, as a, I don't know, designer. I forget. Yeah, around. Yeah, I think he was a designer or something like that. Yeah, and then yeah, and there's a lot of turbulence that I find it really odd. I find it really really odd. If I compare to what if there is something like this going on in my area. I don't think like the parents and the people around there will act that, very strange. And then, because I'm really confused, I pick the Norton edition, the critical edition. Wait, let me see. Yeah, I cannot. Okay, yeah, oh, this one. The Norton edition, the critical edition by Norton. I I really hope that I can like understand like the every line, not every line, like every page, like I want to understand why this person who made this story, Franz Kafka, wrote like this, or why he referenced like this. I don't know much about Franz Kafka. I I think I forget the background story where he came from. I forget. That's why I really hoped from this book. But again, I lost interest. I really want to dissect more about this novel because I think I found it really interesting and really intriguing. But I lost interest in reading more, in dissecting more about this book. The next book is A People's History of the United States. I find this book from a movie called Good Will Hunting, you know, where the where the main character Will mentioned about this book with his therapist. I don't know. I forgot most of the plot of that movie already. But yeah, I was really interested in this book, how it sounds like history of the United States for 1400 for 14th 1492 to the present. I don't know when is the present, but yeah. I'm really interested first in the when I'm interested in when is the African people came to American. I don't know, like, and I'm interested in the slavery of this African American. I don't know. I'm just interested, and I really like black culture, African American culture from hip hop. So I want to understand more about their origin. That's it. I didn't finish this book because I have something that interests me the most. So I stopped reading this. Probably going to read that again. I don't know. The next book is no manufacturing cons. I don't really read this. Like, I read in the first page, and then man, this is a hard book. It's from Noam Chomsky. I really like his persona. The Noam Chomsky. I really like his persona. I watched some of his lectures on YouTube, and I think he is really good teacher. So I looked up his works, and then I found this manufacturing consent. And also I looked up on Reddit, and people mostly recommends uh me this book. So yeah, I picked up, and then I think it's about politic propaganda, how the media works, you know, something like that. I like the topic, but I don't think I can finish the. I don't think I can, but I'm still intrigued by this book. The next book is 1984 by George Orwell. This is the classic, very popular novel. I've been reading this book. In fact, the process of reading this book is kind of weird to me because um I read this book from start to around page 50, and then I stopped for some reason. I don't know. Maybe I was distracted by another books. And then I started to reading again from the beginning because I lost I lost the everything about this book. So I started reading it again from the beginning. I really like this book. I like the story. It's really interesting. Very well. dystopian, you know. I like Fallout, uh, both TV series and the game, and I think it reminds me of Fallout. I liked it, still like it. Still and Sun and Still. I haven't read. I yeah, I haven't read this book. I I knew this book from PewDiePie. PewDiePie recommend this book on his channel, so like I think yeah. Demons by Fyodor Dostoevsky. I can't read this book. Dostoevsky's book are the hardest to read. I haven't read this book. I have read this book only like the first page and then I gave up because of the how the narrative seems so hard to understand. And I think right now it's not it's still not the right time for me to read this. I think I have to gain more experience on reading more on reading in general more, you know. And the Silent Cry as well. The same goes with this. I haven't read this. The White Knights, I have read this, and then I can understand the narrative. I cannot understand the, and I'm not really that interested in the romance story. Crime and Punishment, I have read this, and I have watched the movie as well. I like the movie a lot. I don't know which one, but it was like the old one from 19, I don't know, 90s, nah. But it was the old one though, like Crime and Punishment movie. It was like the 2002? Nah. I forgot which one, but let me see them. Nah. This one, 1970. The old the oldest one, I believe. This is beautiful. I like this. And I cannot understand this as well. But it's easier than compared to White Knights and Demons to me. Yeah. Laziness doesn't exist. This is the first self-improvement books. The first self-improvement book I read. I've been reading in this year, 2025. I found this author, Devon Price. He is a writer in Medium. I found his writing about intelligence, about the, you know, like how artificial intelligence can destroy our brain, you know, like that new research from MIT, the newest research about the artificial intelligence that has some controversy. Yeah, from that, and then I found this Laziness Doesn't Exist. I didn't finish this book because I find it really I don't know. It's not cliche. It's just like okay, I think I already know it. The overall idea of this, like basically, laziness doesn't exist. Laziness is like it's not something that you're just like laziness is not something as you know like as most people describe as lazy. There is no laziness actually. There is only like you feel tired, you feel burnout, you feel not interested. That's all. And then in order to solve that problem, you should take a take a break, take a rest, find like find your motivation. Why do you want to achieve this goal that you want to achieve? Basically that's about it. The Latin Theory, this is the second self-improvement book. I I I don't know how to say it, but like I just downloaded for I don't know, just for I read for you know for a second, and then I actually didn't have any interest towards this book. It's a it's very popular though. Mel Robbins. I have watched her video on TED Talks. It was amazing. Yeah, she was a good speaker though. This is two books from Norton Critical Edition, Metamorphosis, and then the Quran. I haven't read both of these. Crime and Punishment, Northern. Oh, this is also Northern Edition. Haven't read of this. And then I haven't read this. I haven't. Oh, it's raining now. Haven't read this. Haven't read this. Haven't read this. Oh, haven't read this. I have read this. Osamu Dazai. This the second book I have finished in this summer. No Longer Human. I fuck now. I liked this book. And the first part or the first notebook in this book is amazing. I think it resonate. I resonate with this book. A lot. Resonate. I relate with this book, especially the first notebook. About I forget the name of the main character. Obayozo, I think. Yeah, Yozo Obayozo. Yeah. Shit. I don't know. Like, I relate with the main character um story, and yeah. I, yeah, I fuck with it. I like this. I like this book, and I think the protagonist has. I like this book at first, and then the last notebook. I don't like the last part of this book where the main character Yozo was just like giving up, just being an alcoholic. I don't like this book. In fact, I didn't finish this book. Like, it was like only like I was in like 92%, somewhere around that. The Alchemist, I read this book when I was in high school, and I plan to read this again. Yellowface, I haven't read this. Norwegian Food, this is a famous novel. I want to read this. James Baldwin, I'm interested with James Baldwin's works. And then I don't know. I just find it interest. I just find this interesting at the first glance. Oh, it's yeah. I'm practicing for IELTS. And Giovanni's Room by James Baldwin. Yeah, is another book I have been reading, but I find it really difficult, to read. The Setting Sun by Osamu Dazai. Yeah, I haven't read this. Formal Acts Calgary. This is an introduction to formal logic. I am interested. I found this book from a YouTube channel, Unsolicited Advice. And yeah, I'm interested in formal logic. I think it's gonna be useful for me to learn about formal logic. First Blood by David Morrell. This is also a famous novel. I am in the around 28% of this book. Where in this book, I was in when the main character Rambo is like was being chased by Diesel. Oh no, I forget Polly's name. Yeah, that's about it. Stephen King, The Shining. I've watched this movie, but I haven't read the book. I think most people said that the book is better, so I just downloaded it. And yeah, I'm planning to read this book. That's about the books. Let's move on into the movies that I have watched this summer. Okay, so let's start with this one. In July, Billy Madison. I love Adam Sandler, especially in this movie, because he was really silly and funny, and it's entertaining. I like this movie, Billy Madison. And Diary Wimpy Kid. The next one is Diary Wimpy Kid, Roderick Rose. I have watched the first one, and yeah, it was really good. The first one is my favorite, and then until I realized that, man, I think this is my most favorite from the series Diary Wimpy Kids, the Roderick Rose. And I watch a lot of um this what's this TV show called Black Mirror. I don't really like most of them though. Like, what I really like is the first episode in season 1, the national anthem. I think this is a good introduction to Black Mirror. You know, the I think, you know, yeah, it gave me a good first impression in the first episode. My favorite one is this one, Shut Up and Dance. This is tragic. It brings me, I was really sad, really like, because of the story, how tragic it is. I couldn't imagine, like, I was in the, man, this is just tragic. This is my favorite one. And also, I like this, Nosedive, my second favorite. And then this one, Hated in the Nation. This is also a good one. I think most of the episode of this series is the GOAT though. Yeah, in this one, USS Callister. Man, this is also cool. It's the last episode I watched. Season 4, episode 1. Oh man, this is mind blowing. This is very mind blowing. And I watch Heat because of, I think um, it's one of those movie that, like, most people are like, are not mainstream. Like, most people talk about movies a lot, and this is one of the movie they are talking about. What I mean by people is the cinephile. And yeah, it's a good movie. I can comment. I have lost my energy, man. I have talked for how long? 28 minutes. Goddamn. I'm not interested in sharing my opinion towards this movie, but I can say that I like this movie, that's all. Django Unchained. Oh man, this is my favorite movie ever. I have, wait, see, like, my favorite films list. I just add this like yesterday, I guess. Yeah, this is cool. This is a masterpiece. And this one as well, Inglorious Bastards. I just watched it today. This is fire. I think I want to rewatch this again and this again, because most of the dialogues or the scene, there are still some, like, something that I couldn't really understand, you know, especially, I don't know, like the politics in the West, and mostly about that, probably about the concept of, like, of their, policy. There's still a lot of vocabularies that I you know haven't known yet. So yeah, I think there's the the barrier. But I gave these two movies 5 because despite of the difficulties understanding every scene or dialogue, I love the overall story, like the the overall story. Yeah. So I think that's all about it. I don't know. I have lost my mind. I don't want to talk anymore. So I think that's it. Goodbye.